introduce yourself to the folks
Yeah,
watching,
everyone.
please.
Hi, I'm Ricardo. In-game name is Silver219, and I'm a player and caster.
All right, Ricardo, tell us about your last best Siege play.
Well, it's kind of funny because it's with Clash, and Clash is like a meme operator right now. So first, I pokeball somebody, which means I caught him with a grenade, with an imprint grenade, and then I turtle back shredded two people, which means like you put your shield on your back, wait until they like empty their money, like their ammunition, and then you basically shoot back.
Got him. Why don't you introduce yourself to the folks watching?
Okay, hi, my name's Anna. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Anna, tell us about your last best Siege play.
Okay, so my last best Siege play was on Bank, and like I dropped through a hatch and I planted the bomb, and like while my entire team was dead, and they're like doing the typical thing where they just like fight and chat, and they're like, why did we lose this round, like blah yada yada, and it's because it was a 1-3-3, and so like I planted the bomb, and then I back out the window to watch it and like watch for it to defuse, and then they kind of just like file in one by one, and I just killed them. My team's like at the end like, yay, we won.
And that is just a few people. Right now, you are in an arena or a chat room full of people with stories just like those. Why not add yours to the mix? Hey there.
Okay, Chris, keep the chat busy. BRB.
Okay, chat. I keep you busy. Ryan BRB.
Oh my gosh, it's starting in 30 seconds.
Where are you going?
Rachel wants me to make popcorn because she doesn't know how.
You freaking put it in the microwave for the time that it says and listen for the pops.
I know. She thinks it's
Rachel.
hard.
Do you want me to talk to her?
There's even a popcorn button.
So I think you can only pop out chat when it's your chat.
Hello, everyone.
No.
Welcome back to 6th Invitational. We are about to kick off our Year 5, Year 6, and beyond panel.
Oh, this is, yep,
and
here we go.
I'm your host, Rachel. I'm very lucky to be joining
Kick it
you.
off.
First, we're going to go into esports, where we're going to talk about the future of competitive Rainbow Six.
Good, I don't care about this part.
And then, it's pretty exciting stuff.
Not really.
We've got some more of our team out here to talk to you about the game in
What's
general,
going here?
content that is still to come. So we have a lot to cover here today. But first up, esports.
Il y a vraiment un lien fort et fondamental entre le contenu et l'e-sport. C'est pas un hasard si systématiquement, quand nous on a des années de transition de contenu, c'est le moment où l'e-sport fait aussi ses années de transition. Parce que les deux.
Well, I can't listen to this if I'm not sitting there.
Penser le contenu, penser la façon dont on va interagir avec les joueurs, c'est forcément penser la
Can't
façon
listen to
dont
anything if
les
this thing's
équipes vont
sitting in a
interagir
load
avec
right
le
now.
jeu et donc avec la compétition.
What's up, Quick Jam?
Ce jeu a
Crazy.
dès le début dans son ADN
Hey, Quick Jam.
la
Ethan.
compétition en lui.
I'm the new older brother.
The qualification
Ooh, there is a North
Invitational
American
is
major
quite
in
complicated
What's up, everybody?
right now.
2021.
We have different paths to SI. So the new Rainbow Six circuit is going to be a one-year season. 2021 will fully transition into
We
the
are,
new system. So the new timeline
my stream
will be
is
a
significantly ahead of
9-month
yours.
season for each of the regions.
I'm on
That
YouTube.
will also be the global competition that we have. This will be followed by a 2-month
Why don't you just
off-season.
watch my stream of it?
In
probably-
January,
Well, because then,
once
no,
we have
my
determined
reaction's
the top
later
16
than.
teams
I
going to
guess,
6
yeah.
Invitational will have 4 regional qualifiers. Each of these qualifiers will generate 1 more additional team per region that will have 20 teams going to SI in 2021.
Austin, I think I'm a lot louder than you.
We want to
You're a lot louder?
showcase that we are rewarding consistency. We have split up the 9-month
Yes, I
season
am.
into 3 snapshots. The top 4 teams from each region will qualify to the major. They are automatically eligible for points. The amount depends on their
Watch the chat.
placement in the major, but also the next 4 teams in line in each region will be earning points. Let's take an example. Team Secret, they've made it to each major because they've been top 4 in their region respectively for each of the
Wait, so is it a
But
one-year
they've
season?
never
Isn't
done
okay? I guess
a
it's
great
explaining this
placement
right
at
now.
these majors. They have earned enough points to be rewarded and to be invited to the 6th
Oh,
Invitational.
interesting. So now that because the invitational
The
before,
regions are
if
changing
I'm not mistaken,
individually based on their needs.
it
and
was
wants
based off of
and
just like who they
listening to their
invited, right? Like it
community.
wasn't necessarily
The
like
APAC region, for
points earned in the
example,
season, and
is
now it
vastly
is.
different than the NA region. Even though the regions are becoming different from each other, the global circuit works.
Chaque nouvelle weapon dans Rainbow Six, chaque nouvelle carte, chaque nouvel opérateur passe dans les mains des joueurs professionnels avant d'être dans les mains des joueurs normaux. On fait ce qu'on appelle des pro workshops où on invite des joueurs du monde entier pour arriver vraiment à rendre le jeu intéressant, super compétitif, super riche, et ils peuvent vraiment nous aider à améliorer ça.
Phase 3 is
Isn't G2 every year invited because they think G2 is amazing?
We're increasing a lot of the revenue sharing with the organizations, including more organizations, and in general, creating a more robust system for these businesses to thrive in Rainbow Six.
Okay. But now it's different, where
we have 3 distinct
you
levels
just get
of support
points
in our
throughout the
revenue
year,
sharing program.
right?
This lets us support not only the giant organizations who have a worldwide footprint, but also the smaller organizations endemic to Rainbow Six Siege. In addition to that, we also have a ranking system that allows organizations to move between these 3 tiers of support as they grow with our ecosystem. In addition to all the other changes we're making to the revenue sharing program,
aren't they
and probably
still
the most
considered like a
important
good
one
team?
is that it's going to be
Because they're the
extended
same
over the
people,
course
aren't
of
they?
4
Hasn't
years,
changed.
so that everyone involved has an idea of what's to come when
I
it
thought
comes
they
to
were
their
still
financial
considered really
future
good,
in
they
Siege.
just didn't do well.
Aujourd'hui sur Siege, je pense qu'on est en train vraiment de prendre toutes les bonnes décisions et je sais que ça va ne faire que grandir et que c'est une question de temps et d'années avant qu'il s'impose comme le plus grand e-sport sur la planète.
We're extremely excited about the future of Rainbow Six Esports. We're cleaning up the timeline. We're making it easier to
That's
understand,
good.
but at the same
Because it is
time,
kind of
we're
hard to
bringing more
understand.
depth to the system.
I mean, I guess if you
we're
pay attention
increasing
to
the
it all the
number
time.
of teams at the Six Invitational, and of course, this whole system is scalable for the future.
Also, I don't know how I feel about his tongue piercing. I feel like that would be really uncomfortable in my mouth.
A lot of great news for the
Yeah,
future
'cause
of
they were out in
Rainbow
the
Six
semifinals,
Esports.
right?
And now to break down these announcements,
And
I
they
am
got
joined
beat
by
by-
Wei Yu, our esports
They got wiped both
director.
times.
And I'm joined by Stuart Ewan, our
I'm
esports
back.
product manager. Gentlemen, how does it feel to be center stage at the very biggest Rainbow Six esports event yet?
Rachel, it feels
They
fantastic.
basically just talked
you
about.
know,
Did you hear it all?
It has been a freezing cold weekend
totally.
here in Montreal, but the atmosphere in this arena
Top
is
of the ops are
heated.
cool.
And of course, we've just come
I
from
think
the lower
the-
bracket final.
Actually, I'm excited for
finals,
both of them, but
and you know, the Brazilian
New Oregon, I
players,
think I'm
they
more excited
really
for
put
than
the
anything.
bra in Brazil.
It's been super exciting to watch all this unfold over the past couple of weeks, but you know, we've got something coming up here. What do you think of this one?
That's our script. Okay, so we have. Oh my God, this
That's
is
pretty
amazing.
stupid.
It's going to be amazing. We have a great finals coming up. We can't tell you the results yet, Rachel, but you'll see.
I'm looking forward to it all play out. You know, we knew how Titanic ended. We still went to see that movie. So we have been introduced to the circuit
like
in the
Oregon
Dev
from what we've
Diary.
seen
Is
so
this
far.
the biggest change coming to Rainbow Six Esports yet?
Absolutely. So my personal opinion, yes, this is the biggest change that we've seen for Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm super excited about it.
What's the biggest
but
change?
It's more important that our
I
fans
think what
and our
they're about to
community
reveal.
answer this question for themselves. So let's talk about the facts. Rainbow Six Siege and Rainbow Six Siege Esports have been growing and evolving for the past 4 years. It's an ongoing process that has never
I
stopped.
hope he's not talking about
But we have reached a size
what they just
and a
changed
level
in
of
Pro League,
maturity
because
for our
I
program
disagree.
where we
No, he's
wanted
not.
and needed to go back to the drawing board to see what makes the most sense.
Well, all this growth seems to be well planned for. We got a quick look at the timeline in the video, but can you give us some more insights into that?
All right, yeah, as you've seen in the video, we're moving to a 9-month season with a 2 months off
Maybe
season.
he is talking about that.
This is based on the feedback that we have been receiving
Lame.
from players and organizations across the entire world. They
You guys
need
have been
that
waiting
2
that
months off
wanting it for
period
so long.
to
Will you
prepare,
still be able to use
practice,
organ
and
basement in every
rejuvenate for the
example?
World Championship.
Nope.
And it
I
helps us,
think
of
I still
course,
might.
to create a narrative that
But yeah, I
starts
do.
at the
LA
end of the
basement's
Sixth
another one that I
Invitational
go
and
to.
leads us to the
Chris will
next
say,
one.
okay, border.
This is becoming our journey to
Okay,
the
so
World
border.
Championship.
All right, well, that is how 2021 is going to go. It sounds like it's going to be exciting. But folks, we still have a whole year to get through. It's 2020. How's the rest of this year going to play out?
So 2020 is going to be a transition year. Right now, we're in this.
I don't
middle
know
of
how
the
he
Pro League
thinks
season
that that's
11,
the biggest
and
change
of
to ever
course-
happen in
of
Siege.
course we will
What are you
conclude
talking
the
about?
season with
I mean,
the
if you're talking
beloved
about
Pro League
As far as
finals.
Pro League is
And
concerned.
Pro
there's no
League,
better
yeah,
place to
competitive
go
siege, then
than
sure.
Sao
but
Paulo and Brazil.
just the way he's phrased it was
It
awkward.
sounds like the Brazilian fans have certainly earned an event after this.
Yeah, absolutely. And after that, we're kicking off the new 2020 model. It's going to be a bit shorter than the full 2021 year, but we're taking 2 majors into the ecosystem now. First major in August, that's going to be in North America.
We're in
and
North
the second
America.
major of the year over the pond in Europe.
Ooh, and then 2021 introduces the first full year circuit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 4 majors to come.
Hashtag facts.
That is correct. So 2021, our first year in the new system, we have already planned ahead.
There's another major.
The first major
multiple
in May,
majors
we'll
in
be
North
going
America.
back to Europe. The second major in August, we're going to North America
Go to
once
Salt
again.
Lake.
And last but not least, for the third major in November, we're heading back to
Would you
APAC.
go if it was in Salt Lake?
Sure.
Very exciting news. So how do teams, after this 9-month season, make it to the
There's
Six
no way they
Invitational?
would do Salt Lake though.
Yes, so we have built the point
feel like
system,
a lot of
right? So that everything, the
competition
entire
sometimes
competition
happens
throughout the
Salt
year
Lake.
is based on that, and we want to
Nah, not something
guarantee
that big.
that the top 16 teams
Isn't it just
world
the
are
same as it
actually
being in like
getting
Raleigh? I
invited
feel
to
like
the
Raleigh is
Six
just as
Invitational.
much as a no-name.
Can you walk me through some
Yeah,
scenarios?
but it's
that
not in the
I
middle
missed?
of nowhere.
Sure, so the first thing to keep in mind is that we made this system with the idea that winning 1 major is not quite enough to get you to 6 Invitational the following year.
Okay.
You want to walk us through
They
this?
just kind of did this.
Sure, so we see we see a team at the start of the year, they make it to 1 major, they win it all, but then they just don't show up for the rest of the year. They lose their footing, maybe some roster changes, some drama, but because they only made that 1 major win, they don't have enough
Which
points
is
to
cool.
make it to SI.
I like this
See,
better. It's
but,
easier to look
maybe
at
a
like
more consistent team.
Yeah. So in
Like
the
what
second
people
example,
need
it's
to
actually
win,
the same
like-
one that we've showed in the video. Team Secret earns 275 points in the first stage. They earn again 275 points in the second stage, and they consistently perform, so they earn another 275 points in their third stage. And at the end of the year, we look at the global point standing, and we see, yes, based on
like
the
that a lot.
825 points, they are in the top 16.
All right, so any other
Yeah, they could do
scenarios we wanna
Vegas. I
cover
would see
there?
Vegas happening.
Yeah, one
That's close
last
enough.
one here.
Yeah.
Let's say we've got a new team that's come into our ecosystem recently. They're
are you eating?
struggling to find their
Lego,
footing, but
right?
they've qualified to a couple of majors
Legos?
before the end of the season.
Yeah, Lego
But
Lego.
at this last major, they have a breakout performance. They finally get it all together. They win the whole thing. Because of that sort of
Nationals was
presence,
in
but not
Vegas. We should've
necessarily
gone.
winning,
Okay,
they've earned
they've
enough
like
points to
explained the
make it to
same
Six
exact thing in
Invitational
4
after
different
that
ways.
last major
We get it.
Yeah,
so
we get
being
it. That's the
consistent,
point
staying
system.
in it, and playing every match, that's going to get you to the
In
end.
this situation,
You gotta
they
earn
lost
those
on
points, but I
stage
gotta
1,
wonder, are
but
there
then
any
won on stage
other
3.
ways that teams could qualify?
Yes, there is.
Oh, tell me.
4 additional teams will make it to the 6th Invitational, 1 from each region at the end or beginning of the year, depending on how you see it.
Yeah, so these offline qualifiers were especially important to us. We wanted to make sure that this was an open ecosystem. We had regional representation. And one day, Zaku, I know you're out there somewhere. We want to see Adventure Force on this main stage.
I love it. Putting in that wild card option.
Right, so
now, you guys
crazy.
have really built this to be a global
Explain to
system.
me how it's different
so,
then.
walk me through the system.
Because-
I don't know.
How it was built this
I didn't
way,
catch
what
it.
the thought was behind it.
I thought their whole point was
So
like, oh,
we
now we're
really
not inviting
wanted
people, but they
these
just said
cross-regional
they're going to invite
rivalries
someone
to
now.
exist beyond just at the offline events at our offline tournaments, right? So the point system is designed in a way that every team has an impact on the global point standing, and that is important to us. Even if your favorite team is not eligible for the 6th Invitational anymore because they cannot earn enough points, they still have the chance to knock out different teams, eventually even from different regions, out of the running, and I think that's
don't like that.
super cool. It will keep the engagement alive. We hope that our viewers and fans will not just watch what's happening in their own
I think this is a
region,
bad
but also
decision to
watch
put this
what's
first.
happening
Seems
in
like
the
they're
other
probably going to get a
regions.
lot
You
of
have to
people
watch
dropping
everything to
off
get
in
the full
viewership,
picture.
but
Yeah,
do not
exactly.
care about this.
Yeah, we really want this to encourage a lot of communication between our inter-regional communities. We want people to watch regions that they don't normally watch, and make
Still
a lot
listening.
of theories about who's going to make it to SI, who's not going to make it to SI, what's the storyline at the end of the year.
So when I
I
head over
just
to
feel
the
like if
water
you
cooler
earned
at
the
Ubisoft
spot to
office,
be
we
in
can
the
talk about a lot of
SI, you
different
shouldn't
options
be able
for
to
who
lose
might
that
be
spot
making it
if
to
you earned it.
Exactly that, yeah.
You should be in the
It's
SI.
also, you know, for the casual viewer out there,
It's
it's
okay,
easy
crazy.
to understand because
doesn't really make
essentially
sense.
the point system
So I have
only
to write a
updates
blog
3
about it.
times per year. So you go on a website, you check your favorite team is currently in the running or not, and then after 3 months you can check it again. But then for the, I would say, the mathematically gifted, they can try to calculate each team's chance to still make it to the 6th Invitational. And I think we can all agree that this is much better than speculating who Ubisoft will invite for the last slot.
So Ubisoft is
gentlemen,
just going to invite G2.
Speaking of regions, there are big changes coming there as well. So can you elaborate?
Yeah, of course. I think the biggest thing that people are going to notice right off the bat is we're going from 8 teams to 10 teams in most of our competitive regions. APAC, kind of a wild card, but we're going up to 12 there.
So as you break down these regions, what would be the focus of each of them? Let's start with North America.
So North America, I think the biggest one, moving to a LAN environment.
Right, and then you get to do shoulder content, lots of insight into the players.
To a LAN.
Very exciting. Now what about for EU?
So in Europe, we're focusing on the national programs. They will have a direct path into the global competition.
Great, so a lot of effort to build up those local communities as well. Tell me, what's going on in LATAM?
So BR6 laid a rock-solid foundation for us to build off of. That's going to be the primary focus, but we're also adding in some new competitive areas there to build up more Latin American competition and maybe bring them to SI someday.
All right, what are your predictions?
How do you guys like the sound of that?
For year 5?
Well,
we got an Oregon rework coming.
And then we get to APAC. You mentioned there's going to be
I'm afraid that they're not going to announce anything about year 5 other than this.
We're expanding our APAC region
No,
as
they
well.
will.
We will have 2 divisions. We
So
will
Oregon
Do you still think Bank and Chalet?
I do.
South
I think Bank
Korea
and Chalet.
and Southeast Asia.
And one new map.
And then
But
in
if
the
it was
South
House,
division,
though.
we'll create new
But I
exciting
think Bank and Chalet.
opportunities for the already existing Oceanic
Oh my
region,
gosh, if they did
but
House, I'd
also
be so
up-and-coming
pumped.
Operator
territories
rework,
such as South
Tachanka.
Asia.
I know you guys have put a lot of thought into this program
I'm
and
gonna
building
get
these
Tachanka.
regions. So why have you constructed
No
it this
castle.
way?
I think
It
Castle.
was constructed with scalability in mind. So
Bank isn't going to get
moving
reworked.
forward, we have the ability to add new countries into
Custom game rework.
each of these divisions, but we also have the ability to add divisions into the primary regions. And last but not least,
I would actually be
we're
surprised if
not
they didn't say
afraid
anything
to
about custom
expand
games.
beyond the 4 existing regions of
I don't
Europe,
think I'd be surprised.
NA,
I'm just
LATAM,
hopeful.
and
That's
Asia
true,
Pacific.
Frazee.
Well, it sounds like the entire esports
I agree with
program
that,
is
Frazee,
growing,
but
so I gotta ask,
the thing is, though, we made
is
it
it
so
the same
easy
for
for
the
them.
RevShare
Like, all they have to
program?
do is copy
You know,
paste.
as you saw in the video, we're going
we-
from
what we
10
built.
teams in phase 1, from 14
Yeah,
teams
Chalet
in phase
definitely.
2, all the way up to
I'm
44
with you on Chalet.
teams in our phase 3 program. Not only that, but
Alright,
4 years
I'm gonna get some
long,
water.
this is a commitment for long-term support to our organizations in esports.
44 teams. Is every one of those 44 teams going to receive support?
Absolutely. It's not just about the teams either. We're talking about support for the players. We're talking about support for content creators. We want this to be an end-to-end system for everyone who's taking part in our community.
Are there any ways
Chris's
that
stream
players will be
background is
affected by these
bad.
changes?
Yeah, we're guaranteeing minimum support through the team microtransactions. That players will be
What the F is this
receiving
supposed to
direct
mean?
support from all of you guys out there who are buying their skins. Content creators attached
all
to
about,
teams are going to be receiving the same
revenue
support.
sharing.
And how these organizations earns is dependent on how they treat their players in our ecosystem. Keep this scene healthy.
You said a lot of stuff after the word skins, but I kind of focused in. Tell me what's coming in the skin
All
department.
about the skins with
Buck
you,
skin?
Rachel, huh?
I like
All
looking
right.
fresh.
All right, I'll give you a hint of what's to come. In the past, we've randomly assigned operators to organizations. This time, we're kind of flipping the script. Organizations are going to have a choice. They're going to have a lot more, I would say, on-brand cosmetics coming their way. So you'll see a lot of stuff that fits the
That's
brands
cool.
that you know and love in our scene.
Yeah.
That is
Cam?
fantastic to hear. You guys have been working so hard. Wei, how do you feel about the RevShare program?
You know, Rachel, I'm with you.
Hey,
I'm up for those
Camden.
skins. But no, I'm super proud of what Stuart and the team have designed here. We've tested our revenue share program with phase 1 and phase 2. And we're
sorry.
super confident that this is scalable and sustainable long term.
Oh, Ryan,
And
what are you
now,
doing?
With a
Sorry,
4-year
sorry.
plan in place, we know that this is built to last as much as we're here to stay. And our active vision for Rainbow Six Esports is to have an open ecosystem moving forward.
Big commitment, well planned, so exciting. Gentlemen, do you have anything you want to add?
I think I
Not
just want
that
to say
exciting.
thank you to everyone's here. We have over 25
Okay,
countries
bye.
represented through community members,
Yeah.
teams,
Yeah, open closet, that's what I
competitors.
mean.
Everyone in this arena, thank you so
bad.
much for coming out and appreciating
Close your
Rainbow
closet.
Six Siege with all of us
Yeah.
here.
It's not like a sliding door. It's
So?
hard to close. Also, it's not like it's messy.
Yeah, but it just doesn't look good for a background for a stream.
Right,
Lucky
and I
effects,
think,
you
from
dismissed
my
me
side,
criticizing
going
Chris's
back
closet,
To your very
that's
first
all.
question, is this the biggest change for Rainbow Six Siege? My answer was yes.
No.
And hopefully now that we had this panel,
Not
we
at
were
all.
able to convince you all of this as well. If that is not the case, we have one more big item coming up and 3 million smaller items. Yes, that means the prize pool
Wow.
has reached $3 million US, and that will go
Wow.
to the teams participating at this event.
That's actually a lot of money.
That's
Non-stop
good.
incredible news from the Rainbow Six
Wasn't it
team.
1 million
Thank
at the
you so
last
much, Wei. Thank you,
invitational?
Stuart, for coming out here to break
If I
this
remember
down.
correctly.
I think it's somewhere
now,
around there.
We have our production team coming out
1.25
here
or
next
something.
to talk about year 5 and year 6.
Wait, did she say year 5 and year 6?
Yeah. What?
Ça fait maintenant 4 ans que ce jeu est live. Il y a énormément de changements qu'on veut apporter.
Yeah, 2-year
Cette
plan.
planification dont on parle à 2 ans, c'est une planification qu'on a faite avec l'ancienne
Let's
core
go.
team.
With the old core team. Interesting.
L'idée, ça va être vraiment d'explorer des nouveaux champs de gameplay, de retravailler des pans entiers du jeu qu'on avait laissé un petit peu tel quel depuis le chip du jeu. On s'inscrit vraiment dans l'objectif de parachever la vision originale de ce jeu.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
We're planning 2 years ahead for the future of Rainbow Six Siege, and it's very exciting for us. The year 5 is going to be a hybrid year, a mix of what we have today and what we'll have in the future with year 6. The first year 5, season 1 and season 2.
Wait, slow down, you're way ahead of me.
familiar.
House!
And we're gonna have a couple
You're
of
ahead of me!
I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you!
Map reworks and in-game
Here, I'll pause
events
for a second.
are gonna be the core of what we're gonna be delivering. On top of that, we're gonna
Okay,
be
I want
adding
you to tell me.
arcade playlists
House, you guys,
and
house!
I want you to tell me when this
Now,
screen
for season
disappears.
3
Or when
and
it
season
moves.
4,
Tell me
things
now.
will start getting closer to our ambitions for the future. We'll keep map reworks, in-game events,
Skyscraper and
battle
Chalet.
Skyscraper and
yes,
Chalet.
Okay.
These will be the time we switch
Good.
to delivering 1 operator per season instead of 2. Which
Oh,
in turn
good. I like
will
that
be
too.
counterbalanced with new core gameplay content. Plus, we'll be delivering more narrative behind our new operators to our players. For year 6,
Yeah, I don't care about that.
the goal is going to be threefold. Number 1, Battle Pass and new operator will kick
Although
off
if it's
the
easily
season
digestible,
Only
along
4
with
new
like a
operators in
cartoon
your
thing,
six, that's
I would
good.
watch that.
Number
Yeah.
2, by this
4 new
time,
maps?
we have established our core gameplay-centric philosophy. Features and operator reworks will drop throughout this season, rather than right at the beginning, giving us the flexibility to deliver this content when it's ready and keep some surprises for the players. And number 3, finally, arcade playlist.
So,
will become
what are those
more
maps?
frequent
Or do they-
throughout
He
the
didn't
season.
clarify if those are new or reworks.
I don't think they know.
House called it. Did you actually
the reason that we're
guess House?
trying
Yeah.
to move towards core gameplay centric is that we're in a very different context than we were about 4 years ago when we released. In that context, we had only 20 operators. Today we have more than 50 operators.
Oh,
and
those
so
are
we
the
feel
days.
like each of the new operators that we're adding to the game has a bit less impact than it did before.
Yes.
We're still
what
targeting
I was
100
saying on the
operators
last
and we
podcast.
still want a lot more operators in the game. But we feel like we need to readjust a bit where we're putting our priorities and invest a bit more time and energy in things that have an impact on each of the rounds that you're playing while playing the game.
You're smart.
We have a few first examples. We want to give you more communication tools, and by doing that, we're also trying to give you
Okay.
ways to have an impact as an
sick.
attacker during
We've
the
talked-
preparation
this is
phase
our
by
idea.
spotting things in
They've been
advance
listening.
and sharing that information with your teammates. So other gameplay changes that you can expect and will affect everyone's gameplay are generic gadgets. So our standard gadgets that all operators can equip, or at least several of them. You can expect more of them during the next year. We're already working on several prototypes,
What?
but there's a lot more to come.
Proximity alarm.
Coming forward, what we're going to do is to define tweaks as the little changes on operators, things that might have some code changes but are going to remain relatively small in scope. And what we will call rework will be big changes that completely changes the way and redefines the way that you play an operator. In year 5, you can expect a complete overhaul and work of Tashanga.
Baby! Yes!
On year 5, every
Chunky.
season we'll have a major event. Our goal is really to improve gameplay, make sure that we explore
Showdown
different
was fun.
avenues
I
and
like
create
Showdown.
that different
Yeah, Showdown was
experience to the players. So this year we're happy to release the arcade playlist for a 4-day period. Our goal is to address gameplay modifiers, small minimum changes to the gameplay. For the first half, we want to release 1 per season, and by the second half of year
This is
5,
our
we'd
idea
like to
too.
release multiple of them. The first arcade playlist that we want to release during season 1 will be the golden gun that we're about to introduce this spring.
Oh,
One pistol, 1 bullet in the magazine, and you need to reload every time.
H, yes!
It's not big, but it will change the pace during the week.
I love this. We said exactly
on a,
this.
Mis le pick and ban qui permettait d'avoir du contrôle sur quels héros vont être lors de la partie que les joueurs vont jouer. Et dans l'année 5, on va vouloir mettre
Yes!
pouvoir donner du contrôle que vous allez jouer juste avant le début du match.
This is amazing!
Ici, on est en train de travailler
I love
sur
this
un
game
nouveau
now.
jeu qui va mettre en avant les joueurs qui jouent en équipe, dans laquelle ils affronteront d'autres équipes pour savoir qui sont les meilleurs.
Le plus gros changement qui est à venir pour
Wait, what game mode?
la mise en
Wait,
place
what was that about?
d'un
Going up against other
système de
teams?
réputation.
They're doing a new game
Le
mode.
plus
Reputation
important, c'est de
system!
savoir que les joueurs ont
I said that!
un niveau
I said that!
de réputation
You did say
et que
this.
dépendamment de ce niveau de réputation, des rewards et des sanctions seront déclenchées. Le joueur sera toujours en contrôle de sa réputation et sera toujours au courant de qu'est-ce qui se passe via des notifications récurrentes.
Yes! Yes!
We are investing
awesome.
in those core gameplay experiences.
Tell me more.
and
I want
using
more.
all that power
This is
to
amazing.
really bring more experiences to everyone who jumps and plays Rainbow Six Siege.
Don't stop there. Please don't stop there.
And
I
also
feel
it
like
means
it's
that
coming to
we're
an end.
able to plan in advance for much deeper changes, things that require a lot more testing, a lot more preparation, things that are more complex. So it allows us actually to have a lot more freedom in what we're preparing for the future of Rainbow Six.
C'est un jeu qui va continuer à se déployer, qui va continuer à évoluer et qui va essayer de tendre vers son plein potentiel et sa pleine maturité. Il s'agit vraiment d'investir plus pour tout le monde.
Oh man, I wanted more.
Hey everybody,
Awesome.
welcome back.
Don't give us more.
I am joined now
That's awesome.
by Roy Del Valle, our product director. Jean-Baptiste Allais, our lead
Love
game designer.
it. Hey, look, the art team.
And Alex Karpazis, our art director.
Guys,
We
hashtag
are
podcast
so
power.
very lucky to be here, gentlemen. How are you
GoldenEye
enjoying
Golden
the
Gun was way
experience?
fun.
I
Way
mean,
fun.
it's crazy. Just watching the whole arena filled up, watching everything, the Six Invitation coming together. Shout out to all the teams that worked on it. It's exhilarating. There's a lot of emotions right now.
Pretty pumped. I can't wait to show more.
Yeah.
I can't wait to spill some tea.
Oh, and you guys have brought the finest of teas for our audience here today and everybody at home. So let's get right into it. Roy, we usually talk about the upcoming year on these panels. In this case, year 5. We're already talking about year 6. Why is that?
Yeah, so the first thing that I have to get out there is the fact that the possibility of being able to talk about year 6 when we are entering year 5 is super exciting for everyone at the studio. Today we have the possibility
The only second thing
be
is,
able to project
I want all the
next
stuff they just
10
said like
years
right now.
Of Rainbow
Yeah,
Six.
no, it's not gonna happen right
Year
now.
6, let's look at it this way. Year 6 is that year that is going to springboard Rainbow Six Siege into
Whoa.
the future for the next 10, 15 years, whatever. You guys need to keep playing.
I love that commitment. So what
10 or
can you
15
tell
years,
us
okay.
about year 6?
Yeah, so year 6, year 6 is a must to understand all of the changes that are happening in year 5. As unofficially some of you know, some of the changes that are happening in year 5 are coming up. And when we step back and we look at year 6, obviously the most salient aspect of it is that we're going to be delivering one operator per season. Now, I saw your faces.
That's
and
fine,
this
that
was
is okay.
a difficult choice for us as well.
Yeah, I don't mind about that.
However, when we look at the amount of stuff that the team can work on today, there's no doubt that this is the right choice.
Because if they can get the game in like the
go
perfect
into the
spot, then they
future
can
with
just
full
release
confidence
operators without
for
anything
Rainbow
else.
Six Siege. Now, this is allowing us to do a lot of things, right? It's allowing us to have a core gameplay focused philosophy, dive deeper into those aspects. It's allowing us to polish a little bit more our operators and the operators that we're going to be bringing
after they rework
into the
the
roster
Chakra.
of 50 plus operators that we have
R7,
today.
we're past
And also
R6.
and here's a little bit of yes.
This is good.
And there's a little bit of a soft announcement, but it's also allowing us to work for next gen. So we are on next gen in the coming years. Absolutely. Again,
Man.
it's
Doesn't matter.
it's really
I'm already next gen.
great. It's really investing into the future of Rainbow Six Siege, and this is the right time to do it. So we're very happy.
Long live Rainbow.
Absolutely.
JB, Roy is bringing up the importance of core gameplay focus. So what does that mean to you?
So I'll try to take a few examples, and to bounce back on what Roy said, it's really good to talk about this because thanks to the fact that we're bringing a bit less operator players, we can be very ambitious about the other aspects of the gameplay, which
good.
are very important for us. There are three main things that we want to be looking at in the 2 next years, and the first one is the preparation phase and the support phase.
Cool.
I will take a few examples of questions that we're asking ourselves right now. And the first one is, for instance, how comes that as an attacker, The most meaningful thing that you can often do
Drone?
during the preparation phase is to just drive your drone back to your spawn point and then get it back in inventory. That doesn't feel like a super useful thing to do with your 45 seconds. And so right now we're prototyping things that could change a lot what's happening during this phase.
Let me stay in my freaking drone.
Phase, which is how often, as Siege players, how often
all
do
the
you
time.
alt-tab? Seriously,
All
let's
the
be
freaking
honest
time.
here. How often do you alt-tab after you're dead? That happens a lot. I do it.
All the time, yeah.
But the thing is, we could give you very good reasons not to do that. We could give you much higher stakes in what's
Like
happening there and much
7
better
seconds.
tools to have an impact on the round. So these are the kind of things that we're looking at right now. They're very ambitious and have a lot of ramifications in different aspects of the game, in game balancing and all. But the fact that we can plan 2 years in advance like that is allowing us to be that ambitious. And I'm super happy about it because it means we have
I want you
a
to
real
tell me when
chance
the
of bringing
camera
Siege
angle changes
gameplay
again.
to the next level.
Well, it seems like the way that you're hoping to achieve this is by giving players more
Now.
options.
Yes,
To
absolutely.
her?
That's another big pillar that we have for these
Okay.
next 2 years.
Should be
As
pretty close.
as a tactical game, Siege is all about meaningful choices. But some of the things that we've gotten used to are not that meaningful when we look at them like that. Typically, a system like speed and armor, it was meant to be a trade-off when it was designed years ago. But when we look at how Siege is being played today, the reality is that speed is king and armor doesn't matter that much. So we're pretty convinced we can make that more interesting. And another aspect of choices is the weapons. We know that rate of
What
fire
would they be
is
thinking
key
there?
also
I don't know.
in Siege. And so if you play DMR right now, you're really dedicated
Yes,
to a specific kind of gameplay, but most people don't really do that. So we're pretty convinced too that we can find weapon families that are underused and give you very good ways to play these weapons a lot more often and make it a more meaningful choice.
Well, it
Say
sounds like
something
you guys are
about that.
really taking an approach where
Oh,
instead of putting a
they've
fresh
got-
coat
They're
of
not
paint
gonna
on it or a new
commit
hat
to
is
anything right
to
now.
go back inside and to
They've got
rearrange
the
the
right idea.
existing content, to really fine-tune that.
That's exactly it. We really want to, and that's a third aspect of what we're trying to do during these next 2 years. We really want to focus on the existing content, and we want to rework it progressively. We've done that a lot more in the past year for maps, for instance, and we've seen a lot of success in that. We've seen that it's really something that we have a lot of positive feedback on, and we want to do that more often for the other aspects of the gameplay, like the operators, for instance.
Okay. Well, you are really working hard on year 6. It sounds like that's an incredible ambition. But let's talk about year 5. We've still got some exciting stuff coming this year. So what's on the table?
Absolutely. So,
House
as I said
rework,
before,
baby!
So
Year
excited.
5 is going to be that hybrid year that is going to take us to year 6. So the first half of year 5.
That's only like 3
it's
months
pretty
away,
much
dude.
what everyone knows. It's 2 operators per season. It's we're adding the arcade playlist. We're going to have 1 per season. We're also having the battle pass, and then we're going to have the second half of year 6, which this time around we're going to have. This is the time that we bring 1 operator per season, and as well we're adding more arcade playlist into the mix.
And you're already teasing the future operators, right?
Yeah, that is correct. So the future operators that we're going to have is, so we have South Africa and Norway for season 2, and for season 4 we have Thailand. Now, I know I didn't make a mistake when I was making this slide. Season 3, we're gonna keep it on the wraps. It's a little surprise that we're cooking for all of you, so I hope you guys like it. So stay tuned.
From Mars.
I was just gonna say something like that.
Surprises, Roy, but there's still some juicy information on that slide. I'm talking about the map rework. We
Protoss.
were introduced to the map rework for Oregon
The Chonka
yesterday,
rework was
but
announced.
I saw 3 more reworks on there. The first one looking like House.
Yep, absolutely. House.
Show me something. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Look how much bigger it is.
You guys like it?
That was so much bigger.
Good job, Roy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I go down the slide?
Go down the slide.
I want to go down the
That's
slide.
really good
Please
down
let
the
me go down
slide.
the slide.
The reality of House is that it's a casual rework. Basically, what?
Oh, love it.
Okay.
They finished the construction.
What we're doing is we're just making it a little bit bigger. We're adding an extra set of stairs.
Yes. Beautiful.
I love what you've done with the place.
Yeah, and
Just let us watch
again,
the thing
It's, we're
before you
rebalancing
die.
also the.
Everybody's losing their minds.
Anyway, it's a great
happy.
rework. We're very excited for people to jump in and play it on season 2.
Oh, we're excited.
Too.
It is.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it, folks. Well, if you like that,
Where are you, Will?
My
we have so
gosh.
much more information. You guys love this.
Yeah.
There's Will. I see him.
I saw a skyscraper on the list.
Yeah, skyscraper.
You missed
so
house
I don't have a
teasers.
video
Go
for it.
back, Crazy.
But what I.
Oh, you need to go back,
what I can
Crazy.
say,
What did he say?
What I can say is that
I
we're
don't
gonna tackle that choke point that is drum room. So we're gonna fix that, and we're also
Shall
gonna be
I?
tackling
I mean,
balconies.
skyscraper.
We're gonna force a little bit more the entrance into the building.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Now, how about Chalet?
So, the last one is Chalet. And Chalet, this is one that, you know, the team is still unpacking and seeing what they have to
Can we
work with.
delete
But
tower?
we know that we want to ease some of the frustration that we have on the floors. So that is going to be tackled. And of course, all of these map reworks come with, as well, balancing of the objectives. So, you know, let's keep things spicy from now on.
Keeping it
House
spicy.
rework
I
better
love
be
it.
good, man.
Anything else you can tell us about the map rework?
How can it not?
Well, not
I don't
really
know.
about the map reworks, but also about the seasons.
They
in
haven't had a
general,
bad
you know,
rework
health
since
updates,
Hereford, so
behavior, all of
I
that
feel
is
good.
still gonna come every season as always.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Roy, for those insights. Very exciting information.
I am so
JB,
pumped for
you're up
House.
Once again, we're back to you. We've just been explaining.
They just feel the
ambitions
next
for
10
year 6,
episodes
but
of
we also
podcast
have
content.
Some
That's
core
true.
gameplay stuff coming in year 5.
Exactly. We already have a few first examples that we can show up. And the first one
Yes,
I want
please.
to talk about is the what we call the ping 2.0 system.
Yes. Yes.
Love
so it's an
it.
improvement on the existing ping systems that you're used to and that you've been playing with.
Why is
The
nobody
difference
shooting the
here is that
drone?
you can
Because they're
measure
testing.
the positioning and the nature of gadgets that have been deployed in the environment, either
Do
by
they
your
stay
teammates
forever?
or by the enemies. So it's a really
Oh,
easy
you can
way
do
to
it with
share
yourself too,
information,
cool.
with your friends, even if you don't have a mic. It's like
Why don't you just shoot it?
Yeah, not everybody can use a microphone. Not everybody wants to. Now there's no excuse to not be working as a team, sharing that information.
Absolutely, and it ties
I
back.
mean,
in
why
what
would
we
you
were
do it with your
talking
gun,
about
though? Like,
before,
why wouldn't
which
you
is
just shoot at
trying
it?
to add stakes in the preparation phase and the support phase. This one
Well,
being
if
for
it
both, actually.
was like the
It's
other
a
side of a
very,
mirror
very
window or
useful
something.
way as an attacker to like use your time with your drone, because if you spot some,
I don't think you can see the other side of the mirror
traps that
window,
have been
though.
deployed, for instance, by Frost or Capcan.
Yeah, it looks like
showing
they
here,
stay there.
This is an information that
Nope.
can
Did
remain
you see it fade?
potentially longer,
No?
and so it's really useful for your teammates to just get that info.
They
You
do
don't
stay
need
there,
to
but
make
one
that
of them faded
perfect
as he was
call and,
running.
describe exactly where it is. The game is just going to help you do that.
Well, this is already a pretty beefy tool, but where do you see Ping 2.0 going?
Ping the
This
bomb.
one is really a first iteration.
so
We've already
helpful.
seen tons of ideas being shared on social media or other games that have tried similar things. We already have other plans in mind. We just want to put it in players' hands as fast as possible, so that will be during the first half.
Yeah,
of
we
year
want
5.
it. We want it
and,
bad.
So expect it on TS pretty soon.
I wonder if
And,
they're talking about
we will base the next iterations just based on your
a
on your
chat wheel
feedback.
type system.
Fantastic.
When he said other
Players, you
things
can
in
get their
mind.
hands on
Yeah,
that
it could be.
soon. And we also have new secondary gadgets coming into the game for the first time in
Yes.
a while. What can
Tell
we
me
expect?
about the
So indeed,
motion
that's,
sensor.
I'm very, very happy that we can bring some new gadgets to the mix, because in general it's really, really fun. It's always something that impacts more than just one operator, so it's always a positive one. And also we're bringing a really important one this time, because we're adding a secondary gadget for attackers that is going to do some hard breaching.
attackers. Oh,
Tell me
hard
more.
breaching secondary.
So don't be afraid.
Which they, I
it's
think we
always
already knew
going
about
to
that.
be a weaker
So
version
sorry,
than
got so excited.
Thermite, Hibana, or Maverick, because we want them to remain the king of that domain of the game. But we feel like by adding some hard breaching to the mix in the secondary gadgets, we're going to free up a bit the composition in attacks and allow for more diverse compositions in teams. For instance, if you're attacking a bomb site where you know that your strat only relies on opening one specific hatch, you're going to have the possibility to just not be forced to pick Hibana or Thermite or Maverick.
It's a lot more flexibility for attackers there.
That's
He's not going to tell us any more than that?
So defenders also are getting
Fair enough.
something. They're
Alright.
getting a proximity alarm that I think has
Sick.
already been talked about many times.
It's a pretty big range.
It's coming. Basically, think about the metal detector in bank or a border, but this time defenders have them in their pocket and they can just throw it anywhere, and it's going to be a great flank watcher.
Wonderful. And JB,
Cool.
there's another thing we haven't quite touched on yet.
Good shot.
Now, this is going to be a big one for competitive players, for casual players, for content creators. What's coming?
Matt Vance?
Indeed, this is a huge, huge thing. I'm talking about match replay.
What? What? That's amazing! This is amazing!
our watch cell has been working on this for a while now. It's a huge feature. We're only in pre-alpha state so far, but it already has a lot of the core functions that we want in this feature.
I can't
You're gonna
believe
be able
this!
to record your matches, get back into them, watch it from any point of view, from any player, or even from the top views that you're used to see when you watch Pro League. And we believe
This is
that
so
there's
cool.
huge potential to bring Siege also to the next level, because like
Chris
you
is
said,
losing
it
it.
can be used to create videos, it can be used to reanalyze your strats when you're playing as a pro player or just as a ranked squad. Like, we absolutely believe in this feature, and
This
you're going
is
to
so
be able
good!
to play a
This is
first
so
I
cool.
never
version
expected.
in the test server
Never
during the
expected
first
this.
half of your 5-2.
Wow, so this is coming so soon, and this is such a
Okay,
big
now
tool. Anything else you want to tell us
give us
about
a way to
I'm incredibly excited about
create
it, and
strats
I really
easier.
can't wait for you to put your hands on it, because here again, it's something we're going to build with you guys. We will need your presence on TS a lot for this one.
Fantastic.
We'll be there.
And JB, I know we're going through this pretty quickly here, but now we're on the topic of reworks.
So,
Yeah, this is
elephant
gonna
in
be
the room, I guess.
You know, JB,
Chonky?
you guys said you were never gonna do this.
We did say that, huh?
Yeah, but it looks like you gone and done it.
Yeah, we had to.
Yeah.
He's too cute. We need our icon to be a playable
Let's get
operator,
ready.
and added to that, we knew that it was actually costing a lot in terms of debugging, which is a bit paradoxical for someone who's never played. So we decided to get back on the drawing board, and we're reworking Tashanka.
Okay, they've done a great job. I'm not even mad that they're not mentioning custom games.
I mean, they're doing some things that's just like I never thought there was a chance.
We can go home now.
I guess.
Like the replays? Never, ever would I ever think that was ever going to happen.
So, the first thing, of course, is that the core of the issue is the turret itself. The concept of being immobile doesn't really fit with Siege gameplay, like you all know. So, we've taken the weapon out of the turret, and as a first step, made it a primary weapon, meaning that...
Oh, yes! Look at him! Look at our chunky boy! He learned to walk.
As you can see here, it has
So
a
cute.
huge amount of destruction power, so you can just use it for rotations, like it's a hell of
Yes! So what's his is that his gadget? Like,
He's also
I
getting
think so.
a gadget.
New sight,
he's
yeah.
also getting an ability, which is an incendiary grenade launcher.
Yes!
hey!
Hey, hello!
I kind of said something about that.
Pee-pee! The pee-pee!
And
You
as
guys,
can
we
see,
need to talk about
game
more stuff we
is
want because
pretty
it's
wide.
amazing. Chaka! Chaka! Chaka!
Oh, you can shoot a lot of them. As a defender, too.
So the whole
I don't know if
concept
that's real
here
though.
is
Like that could
uh,
just
it's
be
an
so
area
they could
denial
test
tool.
it.
It's
I don't know if he
something
necessarily
that
gets
you
that
can
many.
pretty much spam projectile with. It makes these little
Sounds
patches
like
of
it.
fire on the ground.
With
So you
spam
can use
projectiles.
them just to slow down attackers' progression, deny a plant spot. So it's a sort of alternative to smoke, if you will.
He looks very exciting, and based on the reaction of the
Tachanka
crowd,
is suddenly
I know you guys
amazing.
can't wait to get your hands on.
It will go through the roof.
How is that guy not happy?
But JB, you guys have gone
Yeah,
and opened
look at him
floodgates
saluting.
now. You've changed Tachanka, so does that mean other reworks are on the table as well?
Yes, very much so. We really want to bring more reworks to
Castle.
the most problematic
Just say
operators
it.
of Siege. I can't
Say
really
castle.
get too specific right now,
Say-
but we
just
have
say
other plans
castle. That's
for
the only
year
word you have to
6.
say.
And if you look regularly at the charts that we release that shows the most frustrating operators or the ones that are the least played, you can have a pretty good idea of who
That's
is
castle.
next on our watch list.
That's castle.
JB, thank you so much. This has
That
been
was just
very
a
exciting.
creative
so
way of
much
saying
great
castle.
info. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to add?
Just super happy to be here. That's
Fantastic.
pretty much it.
We all are, and I'm very excited now to bring in Alex to the conversation. We've been
Oh.
talking a little bit
What's up, X?
about stuff to
Hey,
do in the
Alex.
game, and one of the biggest things is events.
What have
And
you been
year
doing?
4 events have been huge.
Yes, we know we got a large reception for all of the events in year 4, so we want to double down on events in year 5, one every single
Heck yeah.
season, and make them bigger and better.
Wasn't
That's
that
very
the same?
exciting. So what have you decided to
Bigger
bring
and
us
better.
now in year 5?
So
I'm gonna
on
cry.
top of events, we have the arcade playlist now. And this is
Hi.
a temporary
That's sick.
game mode that'll pop up really short, just for a weekend. And the first one we're talking about is something
Yeah.
that's very near and dear to us. we grew up with first-person shooters on the N64, so we're bringing
Yep.
a golden gun mode.
Oh, this is so cool!
That warms the heart, Alex. Now, this is just the start of what's to come for the playlist, right?
That's right. So with the arcade playlist, we want to tweak little gameplay elements,
This is sick.
introduce something new, and then release more and more of them as the year goes on, and then once we get into year 6.
Do you guys have fun watching us play these games?
Heck yeah, everybody's watching Twitch when we're playing and releasing these new things.
Well, speaking of changes in playlists, in addition to the arcade playlist, we saw another change coming. This
Map
one is a pretty big
bands.
one. Got a lot of cheers from the crowd.
Yeah, so
Yeah, tell me about map
you
bands.
asked for it. We're bringing map bands to Rainbow Six Siege.
Both teams vote at the same time.
Why don't you tell us how these map bans are going
And
to
it
work?
bans the top 2.
So whenever you start
Looks
up
like
a ranked playlist or an unranked playlist, you jump in and you have 3 maps to choose from the pool. Both teams will vote on which ones they want banned. The remaining one will be the one you play.
Fantastic. Couldn't be simpler.
Beautiful.
Now, every day
Thank
the
you.
Rainbow Six Online
That's exactly what we
experience
wanted.
gets a little more competitive. You guys are taking it even a step further.
Right, so
I'm with you,
with
Papa.
map ban, that's coming year 5. In year 6, we're already laying the groundwork for something that we're calling the Rainbow Six Cup. This is
What?
taking the experience of the SI
Teammates
here
squad with 5
and trying to
players.
package it up for everyone at home so you can play with 4 friends in a series of battles to find who's the best.
Wait.
You're gonna have
It's
a
like a
lot
ladder
more
type
pros
thing,
on
like
your
little tournaments
hands
you enter.
next year invitational. Alex, anything else you'd like to touch on?
That's sick.
I just want to address one thing that was brought up in the dev diary. As devs, as players ourselves, we have 0 tolerance for toxicity, harassment, cheaters, and we're going to keep it up. So the player behavior cell is working on the biggest feature yet, which is the reputation system. Next time we talk about
yeah.
it, you'll actually see something. We're taking it very seriously. And it goes with all the other features that we're bringing in year 5, year 6, all this core gameplay. We're excited to deliver more to all of you.
I wonder
over
if
and over again. Make Siege a better
content
game.
creators are concerned with being trolled.
You guys are all working so hard on
reputation
that, and you have a
systems, you know?
wonderful community supporting you, giving
They
you
already
feedback.
changed their
so
names,
thank
though.
you so much, Alex. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, JB, for coming on
But,
out
like,
here
if you're a
for breaking it
streamer,
down
you
for
can
us
see
and for
what their
bringing us
name
all
is.
this exciting
Yes,
news.
that's true.
Now, before we head to the culmination of the program CGI, we have one more surprise. We paired up with Crystal Dynamics to bring you a very special skin for Ash.
Lara Croft? Lara Croft, baby! I called it!
Wow.
Makes sense, she's got the braid. Wait, is it just straight up? Wait, why does she have short hair? That's stupid. Lara Croft is famous for the braid. Oh, wait, there's the braid, okay. That's legit.
That's pretty cool.
I like it. What the heck? Is that the end?
No, because
I guess that's it. That was a weird way to end it.
No. Wait. Because they said they were about to do... They just said they were going to do something else.
I didn't hear that.
They were going to have like the little... like operator thing, like the little like sket thing. Not the sket, but the...
CGI?
Yeah. She just said that.
Oh. Well, let's wait. Okay, favorite thing?
Probably house rework.
Yeah, me too. Although, actually though, map banning, that's underrated.
Yeah, map ban.
That's gonna be amazing.
It's just, it came out with replays. It came out with everything, so it's hard to say that's my favorite thing.
Too many favorite things. That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh, player reputation system? Yeah, freak.
The advanced ping system, knowing that they're planning to mess with the prep phase and stuff. So are they gonna show something else or what?
I don't know. I'm just very confused. Oh, Phrase, don't worry, we'll watch it again.
Good luck getting all that new content in the next podcast. Apple phone level hype. Apple phone has never had an announcement as good as this.
Yeah, and have you not seen the first iPhone reveal?
I mean, the first iPhone, that's a different thing.
Every iPhone.
3 hour Unrenowned. This is so awesome. Okay, well, let's hang on for a second and see if they're going to do something else. I'll be right back.
Hang on. Am I the only one that heard them say?
Talk to the chat.
Chat? Am I the only one that heard her say they're definitely going to do... She said something about a CGI, right? Or am I crazy? Okay, thank you. I thought I heard her say that. I guess I can go back on mine real fast and listen to her. I swear she said right before we show you the CGI, we have something. Yeah, this is what she says. Now, before we head to the culmination of the program CGI. Before we head to the culmination of the program CGI. So, unless the highest climatic point is something associated with national. Okay, yeah, so it's like unless I'm misunderstanding the words she used. Before we head into the culmination with the program, our CGI. That's what she said. Before we head to the CGI, we're going to show you the Ash skin. Oh, you think that was the Ash Elite animation?
I think that's it, dude.
No, I just re-listened to her. She did say. She said before we head to the
yeah?
culmination of the program CGI. And it's on the schedule, apparently.
Not really about
you
the
think
map
it's
and
gonna be
but
the game
also
will be
about
completely different.
the
I think,
seasons in general. You
I mean,
know,
it's still going to
health
feel like
updates,
Siege, but I think
behavior,
looking back
all
on
of
it
that
from
is
like
still gonna come
looking
every
back to
season
today, I
as
think it'll
always.
feel a lot
All
different.
right, well, thank you so much.
Especially if they're saying they want it to be more like the game that they envisioned
Coming
when
on
it
out
came
here for
out.
breaking it down for us and for bringing us all this experience.
Which is a different game than it is now. And I preferred.
We have
So it sounds like the CGI is coming.
community supporting you, giving
Probably
you
just
feedback.
before
So thank you so
the
much,
grand final.
Alex.
That's
Thank
pretty
you,
silly.
Roy. Thank you, JB, for coming on out here for breaking it down for us and for bringing us
I
all
don't think
this
it was the
exciting
Ash
news.
thing.
Now,
That wasn't the
before we head to
program.
the
Is usually like
culmination of
the
program
Thatcher thing they did
CGI,
last time,
we have one
like the stuff
more
with Harry.
surprise. We paired up with Chris.
I'm living
She
in
did say the
Marikina,
program
Philippines.
CGI.
I live with my mother,
When is
my
that?
grandmother, and my sister.
Is it before the finals?
We're a small family.
Yeah,
so we're
it's
happy.
on the schedule to be right now.
I discovered Siege through my friends because
So I'm not
we're
going to
all
watch the
top
finals,
players,
guys,
so
but I'll host
my
it here if you guys want to
friend
all hang
Dora
out.
Tan, She said, "Oh, Kavera, you can definitely
play
cosplay
Siege,
this
Ryan?
character. She's a badass
No, I
character,
can't.
so you should do it."
Ryan.
So I took a look at the character.
What?
I took a look at her
What do you
bio,
have to do?
and then I spiraled.
Oliver's
into
not
the
very
game.
happy. By the way.
Began playing every day, and then eventually we cosplayed.
Doka IRL.
These
Yep,
operators
Sophia.
in Siege, they're from special forces. They are trained very well. They have to strive martial arts discipline.
I'm a
but
little
currently,
frustrated that they didn't just
I'm
put it
doing
right there.
MMA,
Like, why are you gonna
which
make
is
me
really
wait?
fun to do
seriously.
because I get to use that also in cosplay.
Also, you know what's so confusing to me?
Being
If you
able
go
to
on
cosplay
YouTube,
them
like
in real
Ubisoft's
life,
official
it gives
channel
a
to like
sense of
rewatch some of the
realism.
matches,
Being able to
they
actually
always
put
start
their
them
gear
like
on
they
their
don't just
suits.
start
It
when the
adds
match
to the
starts. It
feeling
starts
of,
like 12
"Yeah,
minutes
this is
before the
really
match
for
of
this
like
day." A
the
part
people
of
talking
them,
about
a
the
part of
match
their
and then
strength,
like
a part of
nothing
their
happening
resolve,
and then like the team walking
sticks
in.
with
It's like
me.
just
And
start on the match.
I get to use this strength and resolve
Yeah.
even in my real life. Philippines is still a patriarch country.
Like if you watch
So,
Oh man, crying toddler.
the CS:GO ones, it just starts like right on the
kind of
match.
below,
I'm waiting for nothing.
regardless the weekend.
Actually, yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna
But
head out.
We're making great strides in
But I'll drop a
promoting,
host here if you guys want to
equality.
watch.
As a
So
woman,
thanks
we
guys for
have to
coming.
do double
New
time, we have
podcast
to
will
do
be out
double the
tomorrow
effort to be
morning,
able to land the job,
hopefully,
be
assuming
able
that we can get it all recorded and done
help
tonight.
your family.
You can, right?
I
which
think
I
my
think we
mother
can,
is the
so-
strongest
it's gonna be
woman
up to
I've
you.
known in my
Have fun,
entire
enjoy.
life. I
Yeah.
can't
Bye.
imagine